Hello and welcome to part one of our MoveWell program, Mindful Movements. In this section we're going to focus on posture, alignment and releasing tension from the body. So we'll start with our feet at shoulder width apart, and we're gently going to roll forward and back from the heels to the balls of the feet. Nice and softly, and remembering to breathe throughout. So if I turn sideways, I'll just show you. We don't need to lift the heels or the toes from the ground. It's just a shifting of our body weight from front to back. A gentle sway as you go. So while you're doing this, feel into the soles of the feet. Imagine that you're massaging your feet into the floor. Releasing tension as you go, but more so bringing awareness down into the soles of the feet. So taking your awareness out of your head and down into your body. We do this for about a minute. You can do it longer yourself at home. And when you feel like you've got a good sense of your weight as it moves from the soles, the heels into the toes, find that center point. So stop in the dead center so your weight is even between your heels and the balls of the feet, and just settle into that position for a moment. Now we gently start to sway left to right. So it's like a pendulum swing. So if you think of the point, the sacrum in the center of your pelvis, imagine that swaying from side to side, but your head is staying neutral in the middle. So if you find yourself doing this, maybe use a mirror to check. See if you can keep your head centered, just allowing the pelvis to sway from side to side. And start to feel a little stretch in the side of your hips. Side on view, it's like so. So you're standing upright, your weight is still even between the heels and the balls of the feet as you just sway from side to side. And if you notice any tightness in any particular area, see if you can allow it to relax a little bit more as you go. And then when you feel like you have a good sense of your weight placement from one side to the other, find that center point, dead center in the middle between the left leg and the right leg, but also between the heels and the toes. And relax into that position for a moment, remembering to breathe freely throughout. Now we're going to bring our awareness up into the head and the neck. And you're going to imagine that your head is like a drawer sliding in and out. So your head is sliding forward and your chin and back. Forward and back. From a side on view, it can be helpful sometimes to put your hand up as a guide, just to see how much movement you're getting. But it's a forward slide and then back. And this helps to release tension in the cervical vertebrae, so the neck. You might feel some clicks and cracks and pops. That's okay, so long as it's not painful. Just relaxing into that movement. Forward and back. And breathing. And relaxing as you go. And when you feel you've got a good sense of the movement and maybe you've warmed up the muscles in the neck a little bit, bring your head back in and rise up tall through the crown of the head. So this part of the head rising up, not so much the forehead, but the crown, making yourself tall. And then as you pull up through the crown of the head and you sink down into the feet, evenly on the feet, even on the toes and the heels, everything else in your body pulls into a much better alignment. So it helps to correct any postural alignment issues without forcing it. If you still have any posture issues, usually means you've got too much tightness in your body and that needs to be released. So rising up tall through the crown of the head, sinking down through the feet, and now we're gently going to twist from side to side. And again, the head stays neutral, so keep your head fixed in that one position. Breathing. Sometimes when we're concentrating, we forget to breathe. Head stays neutral. Still rising up tall through the crown of the head. Chin tucked in, even on the feet. And when you feel like you've got a good movement coming from the hips, you can start to bring the arms in. Now most of the arm movement is coming from the fact that your body is twisting, not necessarily that you're just moving your arms. So make sure that you're getting that twist in the body. Relax through the feet, through the ankles, through the knees, through the hips, through the spine. Breathing easily, right up through the shoulders, the arms, the neck, and up to the top of the head. And if you feel very comfortable with this movement, bring in a shoulder reach. So both hands are reaching towards the shoulders now. The one that's coming across in front of your body is reaching up to the front, and the one that's coming behind is reaching behind. Again, the head stays neutral throughout this, and that gives us a nice neck stretch, because as the shoulders are turning to one side, your head is turning to the other, and then vice versa. If we bring a full head turn into it, this can make us dizzy. It's much better to stay neutral. And back down to neutral again. And now we're going to bring in an arm exercise. Let's start just with one arm. You're going to raise it up in front and back down, using the midline of your body as a guide. And as your hand comes down, the palm is away from you, and as the hand comes up, arm comes up, it's the back of the hand. So it's like you're painting the wall. Like your arm is a brush, fully extended out through the elbow, and allowing the wrist to flex on the way up and on the way down. And then we'll change to the other side. And don't worry if one side is a little bit tighter than the other, that's normal. As time goes on, they'll improve and you'll find more balance. So relaxing through the movement, still even on your feet, still rising up tall through the crown of the head, still breathing. And now we'll try both arms together. So one arm is coming up while the other is going down. Allowing them to just pass each other in the midline. Don't force, just allow it to move through its own range. And breathe, and balance on the feet, and rise up tall through the crown of the head. And maybe you can smile if you're feeling good.